There once was a track that was called the Jeddah Corniche Circuit. There are streets, there are walls, there are curbs, there are cars. But once you make it over the finish line, all will be gone, except for the walls and the curbs and the track and the streets. So only the cars. The point is, if you don't win, you lose. But you don't have to win to not lose. Just think about it.
And with this amazing intro from Bumpy, yo guys, what is up? It is your Steiny, and welcome everybody to another race video. It is league racing time, and once again with CRL Cone Racing League. We are in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and we have a special format of race. We have a one-shot qualifying, which we're doing right now, which will determine the grid start for our 9-lap sprint race, which will then once again determine our starting position in the actual big race, the 50% race. And here we are already on track. Made a little mistake here into turn number 1 and 2. On the top left side you can see the current position we are. We're currently P8, just behind Jeroen. A little correction here once again, trying to make it safe around this track, not to lose too much time, and making a few corrections so it's not perfect, but we just need to have a time on board because we don't want to start in the back. It is a track which is a lot of fun, but you have to be very cautious on the throttle because otherwise you lose it on a couple of occasions on the track. You have to go very close to the walls on the left and right hand side, which you can see as well. We have a very beautiful DRS zone. We've just activated this just over here. Currently P7. Can we make up any more positions? Getting closer to the wall, get a little bit on the curb on the right hand side, but the exit is so important because it's a long straight. Once again with DRS, still P8. Can we gain any further position here? Braking at the 75-meter board somewhere around and getting a good exit on 5th gear here. 7th position at the moment on the straight. 6th position. Can we get it any better? And we are P5 at the moment.
Let's go.
P6.
P5.
Nice, let's go.
Hey. Hey, let's go. 5, 6. Wait, what position are you, Max?
P1.
Oh, good job, mate. Nice.
That's awful.
4 IRT in the top 6. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, really good job, Luca.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing pace that we had, and we're going to jump into our sprint race. We have a starting position which is very far at the front, P5, currently just ahead of Bump here. Another IoT member, Super Mark, which is Max, got the pole position for the sprint race, but it will all come down to the actual final position after the sprint race, which will be more important. So our goal is not to get any damage, just make it through the race, the 9 laps here in Jeddah. And I have to say at this point, I absolutely love Jeddah. It's an amazing track. You get so close to the wall, so you can push the car very much to the limit, and we are lining up for the start. First time where the lights go out. Currently P5 behind Nathan, and here we go. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. We are struggling a little bit on the exit here, but everybody else does as well. Wouter from behind is just diving into the inside. Unfortunately, we do lose the recording from the PlayStation, but however, there are 2 more cars spinning around ahead of us, and this gives us the 3rd position for now, which we are trying to keep up because DRS is going to be so important. We have to stay within 1 second from the car ahead, which will give us some extra speed, but this will only get activated from lap 3 onwards. So it's most important for us to stay within these 1 second window, which we trying to achieve as well here. This is why we are activating a little bit of ERS. For those who might not know what ERS is, it is the electro engine of the Formula 1 car. Gives you another power,
Sorry,
another
Greg, had to do it.
boost. You can just drive much, well, not much quicker, but you can definitely drive quicker, which will help you
Yeah.
most out of turns, as you can see as well. The overtake, as I'm activating it here once again. Nathan currently on P2
Oh,
on medium tires, the yellow tires, but we have a safety car here at the very beginning. It's actually a virtual safety car, which means we have to
Fuck's
reduce
sake,
the
man.
speed by 40% and stay within the delta time, not to get or not to drive too fast. On the top right side you see a minus number. If it's green, we are in the good. If it's red, we are too quick and we have to slow down. So our goal is not to get too fast. Unfortunately, some guys behind us, the IoT guys, C for example, got a little bit unlucky, has a 5-second time penalty, but we are back on racing. We jumped ahead to the virtual safety car, restart, still behind Nathan, who is on medium tires, the yellow one, and P1 is currently on the red tires, which is the softest compound. The soft tires, which give you a lot more grip, but they will come off as well way faster. And on this format, on the sprint race, and 9 laps, you do not have to pit. So Nathan and myself will definitely make it all the way down to the end of the race with a good pace as well. So it is fighting currently for P1 and P2. Now it has been activated, the DRS system, which is very important for us as well, and our job is just staying behind and maybe see for an opportunity where we can overtake or stay behind. Behind us is a 7 seconds gap, so this is all just the 3 of us here in the front, making another correction here, as we are just about to losing the car here in the dirty air from the car ahead from Nathan, but we luckily caught it. Unfortunately, we got a first warning, which comes down, if you get 3 warnings, you get a 3 seconds time penalty, which you definitely don't want to get. So very much pushing on the edge here. The car had Nathan, as you can see, just on the rear wing. It opened up. This is the DRS. That means that Nathan caught up to the car ahead by 1 second. It's not the best situation for us, but it's not the worst either, because we're just staying behind. We can save a little bit of ERS, and this is what I was hoping for as well, that he would catch up to the car ahead, the Haas driver, because right now the tires are going to wear off, and that means you have less grip, less safety, and you can drive around the track a little bit slower. As you can see as well, Nathan is catching up big time to the Haas in front and now getting very, very close. So this will be the opportunity as well on this lap where we make a move. Nathan has lost the car slightly, but amazing catch from him once again, getting very, very close to the walls here. Great catch from him, but this will mean we are going to battle for a position, slowly activating ERS and DRS as the car ahead as well, just going offline here a little bit to put Nathan offline, just to annoy him a little bit because the arrow is moving around. But the Haas is such a slow exit here. We have DRS and ERS. Nathan is going for a move around the outside. We're staying behind the Haas for a slipstream and just tucking our car behind Nathan and going into the braking zone. A little touch which unsettles the car. I've noticed the unsettlement from him and try not to overtake him, because otherwise it would have been unfair. That gives the Haas another opportunity to attack as well. Once again, we're tucking behind the Haas and going on the left side around Nathan, going side by side into turn 1 with Nathan staying side by side as well into turn 2. Going around the outside and just activating our ERS once again to get the extra push, which gives us the track position as well behind the Haas. Beautiful done, an amazing battle. I always really enjoy, I love racing and battling with Nathan. He gives us a lot of space. Another amazing IRT member and driver who has an amazing pace, so heads up for him. But we are now currently P2 in a great opportunity, great position, but we are about to lose the car. And just Nathan tapped us from the back because we were slowing down. It was the worst possible moment for us to lose the car. Nathan tapped us. It's not his fault at all, not blaming him at all, but this is just a lot of time that we lost, and Evans Joshua has now overtaken us, but he has an 8 seconds time penalty, so we can still gain the position back if we are staying in the 8 seconds.
How much years do you have?
50.
67. I'm gonna push. Work together.
Yep.
Pushing now. You can overtake on the straight.
Yep, second, start finish. I push.
Yeah.
And as you heard, I was just speaking to Bump here over the party as well to work together and push together with ERS and DRS help to catch the car ahead to get back into the 1 second window of DRS as we are trying to achieve here. So Bump here overtook us on the straight, which closes up the gap slightly to the car ahead. We want to do the same again on this lap to get even closer. Let's see if this is going to work. It's so difficult to stay behind the car this close, and because of the dirty air, unfortunately Bump here broke a little bit late. That is fine. His rear light is flashing. That means his ERS, his electro engine, is under 10%. We have ERS and DRS pushing alongside him, overtaking him and trying to get closer to the car ahead, getting very deep into the turn 1, late braking, but Bumpia unfortunately lost the position as well to the car behind, which is a piece, which is unlucky, but we are trying to push further to get into the 1 second and have to do another correction. Which is very unfortunate for us, but luckily no damage, no contact to the wall, a little tapped out to the wall, but luckily no damage once again. 1.4 seconds behind the car is not enough, and now Peace is getting so close. We realize it, we go slightly into the middle, going to defending position and braking later, going side by side, still side by side, trying to defend the position because he has no time penalty but has a poor exit, which was maybe a mistake, and this gives us gives Wouter the opportunity to go around the left hand side as well. I'm noticing this too late, braking a little bit too late and getting a little bit disappointed or irritated by it. But everything was fine, everything was in the grey zone. It's hard racing, and I just got a bad exit, which gave Wouter the opportunity, so no bad feeling at all. But we are on the last lap and we have AJ just behind us, and he is going for move here. He's going on the left hand side.
Come on, get him out. Keep him behind.
But we are trying to push and trying to get a position on the inside, braking perfectly, getting a nice exit here as well. A very beautiful turn as well, turning in point. I absolutely love this part. Getting DRS, AJ is so close behind us, but we are defending very strongly here, getting closer to Bumpy as well. Gives us a little bit more speed in the dirty air, and this is such a close battle here as well.
I'm not attacking.
As I've just informed Bumpy as well, I'm not going to attack because otherwise it would just cost more and more time, would be too dangerous, and we're getting so close to the car ahead. And let's see if we can get Bumpy actually on the straight before the finish line. This checker flag, and it was just about behind him.
Good stuff.
Oh my god, I was P3, I was battling with the P1 and P2, and I almost lost it, and then Nathan tapped me.
That was just very unfortunate for us in the left turn when we lost the car control and Nathan tapped us out. But the race is far from over, because this is the actual race. This is the 50% race, and we are going to start on the hard compound tire. But we were struggling to warm up the tires properly. We are starting on P6 as we finished on P6 on the sprint race, and after the formation lap we are trying to get our starting position down. Let's see if we can get purple, red, green and purple. Perfect position once again. Surprisingly, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights on once again, and it is lights out, and away we go once again. It is a decent start but not the best, and we are losing a little bit of time, but we are not the greatest because we are getting dive bombed as well from Mark around the left hand side into turn number 1, which is extremely dangerous, and I absolutely didn't like it at all because it's just way too difficult. We're breaking very late to defend the position here from AJ. Boom, he is losing control and is actually out of the session.
Fucking hell.
What's everyone doing today?
It's extremely unfortunate for him. He lost the car control. You saw a little movement as well from the car from me, and I thought that I touched him, but we have no damage at all. Evans Joshua is going around the inside, which is causing, of course, me to go for a defending position, but he has just a better exit, and I am conceding the position, just tucking behind him in the dirty air and trying to hold it because it is a long race. This is just lap number 1 and we have so much action already. We are P7 right now and we have once again AJ behind, who loves to put some pressure on us. This is what he's doing as well. He's a very smart driver, putting me off track. I'm getting irritated once again, but there was no harm at all. We have red arrow on the left hand side, but we do not want to give up the position just like that. We use ERS to defend, and he is just tucking in behind. He is not going to push or dive bomb us in the inside on the left hand side of the turn, but on the exit he gets another good exit. Is he gonna go on attack us? He is. We're going once again for defending mode as we did before with Peace, braking as well once again, a bit late, getting a little tapped off on AJ, but everything's good, and he's doing an amazing move, an amazing switchback. Big move from him, and I'm just deciding here to go behind him once again, and that is an amazing move from his side. Very well done, AJ. Great driver, also IRT member, of course. You know the boys, IRT OP, and that was just great driving with him. It is a pleasure racing with him once again. We are able to settle down to the race, now jumping on to lap number 3, which gives us DRS, and there's a little bit of carnage as well going on. There's a little bit, Mark is losing pace there once again. AJ is going around the outside, Mark is conceding the position, which gives us now the opportunity to maybe do something if we get a good exit. AJ lost the car, almost caught it greatly as well once again, but we are in the dirty air going wide once again, getting a warning. Luckily didn't get a warning on the left turn, but still behind Mark. And can we get it done? Maybe we can attack him. Mark is a quick driver, is losing the car though, and had to catch the car once again, but unfortunately we got a little bit of damage because we tapped him.
Fuck's sake. First he's fucking dive bumping and then he can't keep up the pace.
Absolutely frustrating here once again from my side. It is very unlucky. He lost the car control at the same place where I lost it as well, in the sprint race, and we have to pit. We have some damage. We have the wing damage on repair on auto with yellow or orange damage. You have to normally get the wing repaired automatically. You do not have to change anything as it was from previous games, but as you can see, they're not changing the wing, which I'm realizing just a little bit later.
No, they didn't change the front wing.
On the right hand side you can see once again there's still a colored left front wing, which indicates for damage. That means that we are losing so much time. We can't even take the turns properly, get another warning, and 3 warning concludes into a 3 seconds time penalty, which is really annoying. I have to pit therefore, because otherwise we would lose too much time and having to change the wing and as well the tires. Just unnecessarily time loss. We're going into the box. Let's see if we can actually get a new wing, and this time we do, but of course it just takes way too much time. If you look at the top left side, now I am currently P15, and the next situation happened. On the right hand side you can see a percentage sign. That means that these are not new tires and very old tires.
My mediums now on from sprint.
Absolutely, and unfortunately the game
this is
gave
bullshit.
me the medium tires from the sprint race, which means we are driving now on 9-lap old medium tires, which is absolutely unacceptable. With 40% you cannot do anything, and I've just decided to box once again. We are going this time on used hard tire, just because you do not want to lose more time to box, and anything could happen in the race. That means we had so many pit stops already. We had 3 pit stops just to get back onto our hard compound tire, which we had at the very beginning of the race. Absolutely unlucky, which is extremely frustrating. We are P15, which is the last place currently in this race. And yes, I was struggling a lot trying to warm up the tires once again, and as well mentally. This was just extremely difficult for me to stay focused, because anything could happen. It's just lap 6 out of 25, and we are just trying to push on further and further. But absolutely never give up in whatever situation you are, because the racing gods can switch the position as well, and they did this time. Unfortunately for Supermark, he lost the car control, he spun out, he crashed into the wall, he DNF'd, which concludes into full course safety car. This gives us though the opportunity to catch up with the entire field once again and have a little bit more racing. At this point I was still struggling as well, because I was at the last position and I wanted to change something else. I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to change. I didn't want to end up on the hard compound tire until the end of the race. The safety car is going to stay out anyway, and I'm changing on to a 3% new set of medium tires. Currently you can see I have pitted 4 times already, and we are back on the medium compound tire. Back with the entire field though, which is great to see. Now back on position 12 behind the safety car.
Keep some distance, fucking hell, man.
Right, now we are at the safety car restart phase. Safety car is coming in this lap. That means we have to warm up the tires very warm, nice and crispy. But I was struggling to get some heat or some temperature into the tires, as well as Jeroen did ahead of us. He crashed into the wall. That means he's got some damage and he will have to go into the pit to change the front wing. That gives us another position as well, as we will see. Let's see if he's going to the pit, because otherwise he will lose a lot of position. You have to be absolutely on spot on this track. It is very close to the walls, left and right and side, and Jeroen is going to the pit. That means we get another position back, and we are back onto racing just behind Evans Joshua. Ahead of us we just have another battle as well with the Haas, and I think it is an Aston Martin which got the position as well. And once again Panda was struggling a lot, which gave Evans Joshua another opportunity to make another position good. It was a great move. Panda was very slow here on old hards. I'm trying to go on the left hand side but didn't get enough room, so I decided to stay behind and wait for the next opportunity. So might come very soon as he gets a little bit wide. I'm seeing the opportunity and go on the left hand side around. He might have some damage as well, which helped us a lot. We had to get around him very quick as soon as possible to not to lose any time. But Rectify actually lost the car control on the exit of the turn. Very tricky. I thought we might get another safety car, but we did not get anything. The car was just out, and that was fine by me. We just have to stay behind the next cars, because the DRS will be reactivated 3 laps after the safety car came back in. Relentless Knight just lost the position as well there, unfortunately, to Evans Joshua, which gave us the opportunity to push hard. Jumping ahead, we are getting very nice and close as well to Knight, who was struggling very much there on the hard, which is a good sign for us. We are in the DRS. As you can see, on lap 13 we have the DRS once again getting extremely close. Of course we are struggling a little bit with the dirty air, but now I'm pushing very close to him, which is forcing him to push up to IRT T-Griff, which he does, and I was just waiting for both drivers to battle in the turn and wait for my opportunity. Relentless Knight is going very wide, which gives him a very slow exit. I'm getting DRS, T-Griff is getting DRS, Knight doesn't have DRS, and I am pushing on the right hand side on behind T-Griff, staying behind him, and Relentless Knight is still on my left hand side. We're going side by side once again into turn 1 and 2. Let's see who can get a better exit, and I actually do.
Come over, Luca.
And a great move. That was indeed very happy that I made it stick, because otherwise I would have lost so much time.
I'm gonna go next straight.
Now we are behind our teammate from IRT T-Griff, and we want to work together here. He is on old hearts and I am on a better compound. I'm just letting him know that I'm pushing around, because if I'm overtaking him here, he will get the DRS for the next straight as well, which will hopefully help him as well to get some more time down, maybe keep the position. And we did a very good job. We're pushing out as well with ERS, because we have a lot of pace as well still here available, and we're pushing hard here every single turn, so close. And now it is looking ahead. Let's see what is happening, and we have another spin. It is the house. It is Itzat Kush. Apologies if I pronounce the name wrong, but he unfortunately lost it and spun and is now behind us. And on the top left hand side you see the difference between the cars behind. And Bumpy just let us know that the car behind Ken has 2 laps fresher medium tires, which gives him a bit more pace, a bit more grip in the tires. And we have to save up some ERS. We have now 5 laps to go. We have a lot of ERS, which we saved smartly. We wanted to go for the long run because we have a 3 seconds time penalty, and we have the Haas driver still behind in these 3 seconds window. And now let's put on the music. Let's get on to the last 3 laps, absolutely giving everything. The Haas is now still behind us, now 2.1 seconds.
Haas behind?
Hard?
Haas behind Itza?
Here's 1 lap fresher.
Copy.
Then Ken 2 lap fresher, Knight 1 lap fresher, hard.
I was able to speak to my dear friend IRT Bumpy, who was watching the stream, and able to tell me what the difference is on laps that we have made on our current tires. And as you heard, that all the drivers behind have fresher or slightly fresher tires. And if you have a look on the top and left hand side, the time is just gone out of the 3 seconds, which would mean that we can keep the position that we are currently in. Currently we are on P4, but the race is far from over. A lot can happen, and we need to absolutely push until the very end, which we do as well with our ERS system.
Do you know Haas behind ERS?
Negative.
Unfortunately, he didn't know how much ERS the Haas behind me had, but that was absolutely fine because I was saving a lot of ERS during the race. And now jumping ahead to the very end and to the very last lap, we still have 40% of ERS, which is great because we will use everything absolutely down to 0 until the finish line. Our tires on the right hand side, you can see they are already on 59% plus, which means that we are struggling with finding grip. These tires have done many race laps. If you remember, we changed them in a safety car restart, and now we actually get a little indicator on top of the display on the right hand side that is indicating that we are about to lose a little bit of grip, but I can feel this as well on the wheel, and just have to be slightly more careful on the throttle input and with the steering as well. However, we need to bring this home. We are not over yet. There's still a few turns to do on this lovely turn, the lovely section, getting a little bit closer, being safe between the turns as well, between the curbs, getting close to the wall. Absolutely lovely, this track. I cannot say enough how much I like this track. We are now broke out of the 4 seconds window, which gives us a lot of breathing room, and now it's just down the straight towards the finish line.
Well done, Stanley. Very good.
P4.
Wow, man. Well done, man.
Thank you. I saved all my ERS for the end. I was so patient at the beginning, and in the last 10 laps I used everything. I was like on 60% tires at the end.
Very well done.
Whew.
Really, really good.
Thank
Really,
you.
really good.
Oh, okay. But you stayed on track, yeah?
Yeah.
Some nice points.